Hello, Bellemay beauties and girlfriends. So today, this video, we're going to show you how to do a really cute style on your little girl. Starting off, we're using our Bellemay Naturals blowout cream. And for this hairstyle, we are going to blow the hair out. It doesn't have to be bone straight, but we do want to get it nice and blowed out so that we can do this nice smooth look that we're going for. So as you're blow drying the hair, you want to make sure that you are blow drying in sections. I first like to do the stretch method with the blow dryer in my hand, and this basically just helps to stretch the hair out before going in using a tool like your paddle brush or your Denman brush. Here I'm using a Denman brush, but you can use either one. And you just want to make sure that you're not using direct heat on the hair. Just allow the flow of the heat, as you can see, just going down the hair, making sure it's not directly on the hair. So next we're going to treat the scalp with our Lavender and Hibiscus growth serum. This serum is absolutely amazing. You can use this serum on the hair daily, as needed, and just do scalp massages with it, but it does encourage hair growth as well as help with really dry scalp. So amazing product. This is great to use on all of your, when you have your protective styles in, you can use this. So first step here to get started with our style, we're going to make a part horizontal from ear to ear. A little tip when you're doing your partings, if you're like me and I can't get parts right the first time, I like to use a rat tail comb, and this one I'm using is by Rare Essence Academy. Rare Essence Combs. I love this comb. So what I do first is use the rat tail end of the comb and make the part. So go ahead and section off the hair, and then you want to take the other end of the comb, the teeth, and really clean up the part. So you'll see me switch back and forth between the tail and the teeth, and that's just so you can get a really good clean part. And so the next section that we've parted off is basically from temple to temple, from one side of the head to the other. You can see that's the next section. And make sure you have some rubber bands on hand. We will be using rubber bands for this style, but just make sure you have them on hand. Rubber bands or clips, duckbill clips, to help you keep your sections and your partings very clean and organized. So that way this won't seem like so hard. So now we're making a part straight down the middle. You can use the nose as a reference to get your middle part straight. However, when we come back to the top area, you'll see we're going to end up kind of straightening the part again, but just go ahead and section that off into two little puffs, and we're going to go back to our back section. So now you're going to section the very back section into two sections, straight up the middle of the back of the head. And we'll be using our white tea edge control to slick this hairstyle down. Absolutely amazing pomade that can be used for all kind of creative sleek styles, also to get your edges straight. So yeah, you want to use I use probably about a quarter size. The key when you're actually working this into the hair is exactly work it in. When you're working with any kind of pomade or a gel or something like that for a sleek style, the key is using your hands and actually really working that product in. This is going to avoid any buildup on the hair, any of that, white cast that you might have on the hair, but you want to really work the product in so you don't get that buildup. But it goes on really clear, especially on clean hair. Her hair is clean. We've shampooed and conditioned it. If you're working with clean hair, you shouldn't have to worry about any kind of residue. And you'll see that I am also taking a little bit of the pomade in my fingertips to braid or do the plaits. This just basically helps to contain any flyaways that may try to come out of the braids and keep the braid nice and tight and sleek. So the next step is you want to use each of those sections in the back. Use the middle part of those sections as your reference point for your next part. So as you can see, my parts for this next section start in the middle of the first sections. You're then going to split that section into 2 plaits and go ahead and make those 2 plaits all the way down. Make sure you use your edge control in your fingertips. And now we're going to take the edge control and we're going to slick and lay those side sections down really nice and sleek. Take your brush and like I said, continuous, use your hands and the brush to really slick that hair down, and you can see how slick it is. And we're going to put that section in a ponytail. And so here you see me just kind of playing with the plaits to see which way I want them to go. In terms of creativity and style, I'm just kind of stretching the plaits to see, how I want them to lay with the design. And so once you figure out which plaits, how you want your design to go, you see I had to come back and undo my ponytail. And what I did was pulled up the other plaits from the back that I actually wanted to connect into this ponytail. So it's kind of like a trial and error. You can kind of go back and forth, but you see how I have it connected now because I just wanted to see exactly how I want these plaits to lay. And then you could go ahead and plait it on up. And so it's kind of like pieces to a puzzle. You're just kind of creating as you go. And so, I wanted to do like a crisscross pattern going up the head. And so, yeah, just kind of piecing the puzzle together as you go. So now, remember when I was saying that we would come back to that top part? So now you can see, now that I have the part lined up from the back middle of the head, now I'm going to connect it to the front middle of the head. So now we can go in and really connect this hairstyle throughout the middle of the head, which is like our foundation for everything to check for balance. And next we're going to come to the front and we're just going to part off a triangle. So just making sure that's balanced and even on both sides. The triangle is even on both sides. And you want to do it from the middle point of your middle part. And so now here we're configuring. We're just figuring out which way we want our plaits to go. And once you have your pattern, there you go. And you see me just playing with it, you know, trying to figure it out. But now that I got it, now we're going to come in and we're going to sleek down those last two ponytail sections in the top. And same technique, you want to use your hands with the edge control and make sure that it's really nice and sleek. Use your brush and use your hands. Your hands are like your main tool. And make sure everything is nice and tight. Make sure your plaits are in there. And so what we're going to do, we're going to keep wrapping. And on the last wrap, we're not going to pull it all the way through. We're just going to make a little bun. And then we're going to wrap the hair around the base and make a cute little donut bun. And you want to take another rubber band and secure the bun in place. And the last and final step is, of course, to put our little embellishing braids in the front. So we just want to make sure that middle part is clean in the front. And using a little bit of the edge control at the base, you can be generous with it and make sure it's really laying down. And we're just going to do two plaits in the front. And so the last step, you just gotta slay those little baby edges. Get them all nice and slayed. And take your cute little hair clips or beads. And voila! And this is the final look. Thanks so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button and check out some more of our videos on our channel. See you soon.